Now, the original rail prongs, which I kind of showed you right here, these were CNC'd, and they're very tiny. And this introduced a potential weakness. We have in front of us the Dango. This is the M4 Maverick Rail wallet. We'll talk about the rail here. Let's get this open. Nice slip they have over their traditional tin. Tins can be reused, quite like that. Here's your thank you. Set that aside. And it gives you some instructions, which is always really nice. Then you don't know what you're up against, or you do know what you're up against, and we have an RFID card in here. This is because this is not RFID protected by default. You don't have any protection on the front, and this is D-TEX, so that does not give you that protection. So let's see what we got. This is color black. And with or without this titanium money clip, that's all you get is black. And we can see 3 points of branding. We have a D right here. We have the full Dango up here, and we have a D here on the D-TEX on the front. Dango has put together an interesting combination of the popular stealth D-TEX material and the evolving rail system into a more narrower Maverick frame. Remember, Mavericks were very wide. This is more reasonable. We actually have 5 kind of main component areas of this. Let's start first with the card holder in the front. Capacity up to 3 cards, made from the Dango D-TEX material, which I mentioned, really suitable for an ID and really get 3 cards like I mentioned. There is a hole here, for display. Honestly, I find that you always have to pull your ID out. They never let you use this anyway, but it does provide you a thumb push of having this come out easily. Then again, if you're using this as an ID, it probably works. Anyway, we come to the card holder on the back. This is the main spot. It's behind the money clip, and this is where you maintain the bulk of your cards. 5 cards are capable on this, flat, and the rail system is adapted from the Maverick, and we'll look at the rail wallet to give you a better idea. And you can get into this without needing the money clip because you have a very generous thumb push right here to get the cards behind it. Then of course we have the titanium but flexible money clip in the front. They give you instructions to not pull this back a whole lot because like other metal things, which you've done, I know you have, you go and all of a sudden it'll break off. Same thing here because it is very thin in nature but still fairly strong. And of course we have then a hidden compartment right here behind the money clip. I will pull this back so you can see that. It's about 3 millimeters in depth, and this provides you access for cash. If you do not have the money clip, you want to put cash back here, fold it in quarters, or you could put quarters back there along with keys or something else. And because of the flexibility of this material, this is what gives you the ability to have a hidden compartment there. And then of course, and I can push this in because of flexibility, I'm going to get this money clip back, the money clip itself, which we talked about, and lanyard points. You have a generous one here in the front, and you have 2 on the top. It measures 3.8 by 2.7 by 0.5, and it weighs 49 grams or 1.7 ounces. The Dango ate my baby. Okay, that ages me a whole lot. You might want to look that up. It is tragic. But anyway, we're moving on to the card and cash insertion test. Company recommends up to 8 cards. I did get a full 8 in here, but this really works best with 5 to 7. And you can see from the currency, without taller currencies like yen and some of the larger euro notes, it works just fine. It fits really almost perfectly, and that's what you want. I think you want this to not be so big on the outward side. Let's pull out this and kind of get a feel for what this really looks like. And you can see that unlike the full rail up here, and this is the rail wallet, but this is also the format for Maverick, it is much more narrow. Designed and made in the United States, this D-TEX is Dango's man-made material that's very durable, textured, non-leather. It's a polyurethane that feels like leather, and it does have a little bit of give to it. The metal rail system, let's take the cash out right here. We can see on both sides right here, these are metal, and then above it we have a high-strength polymer. These are the prongs at the top. They provide just the right amount of flexibility while still being durable. And what kind of flexibility? Well, you can see that when we put cards in, it has to flex to get the card in, and then once it gets in, it does a click. That means that it's closing behind the card so it doesn't come out. Now, the original rail prongs, which I kind of showed you right here, these were CNC'd, and they're very tiny. And this introduced a potential weakness that I'm not sure if it was a problem or not, but I do like the new M4 polymer prongs because not only are they more flexible, but they are replaceable. You can see we have screws on both sides here. So if either of these break for some reason, it is serviceable. I really do quite like that. And you're gonna want it to be serviceable for the price. It is priced at $129. Wowee, that stuff is expensive. Well, so let's see how it actually works. Ease of use. I showed you the click you get when you have cards that are inserting, and that really satisfies, kind of provides a bit of reassurance. You know that the wallet has its thing intact. The one thing I did notice though is that if you've got one card in here, it will have a tendency to maybe come out a lot more than if you have 2 or more. So while there's a bit in there to be a little concerned about, I really wouldn't be if you have more than 2 cards, which I think everybody should carry more than 2 cards, or just really, why would you do that? 4 cards works great. 5th card barely moves in. Even with the money clip, you have a generous thumb push here to get the cards out, very easy. And if we take a closer look at the hidden area right in here, we can see that, as we pointed out before, it's about 3 millimeters. We'll dump a key in here, and let's get some cards. Let's just get 3 cards. We will get our satisfying click as we put this in. Oh yeah, love that. And you have it in there. It's not going to come out, although it might be problematic like that. If you have coins, that could be an issue. SD card. What this really means is to have more cards to hold this in, because with just 3 cards, it's just not quite doing it. And if we didn't have the money clip here, where we had cash to hold things down, that would be even worse. So I think you need to have a full 4 or 5 cards in there to make sure that nothing falls out. There is also the need to put a card on the exterior here, because it is really the whole point of having this flexibility not be so flexible that allows us to keep things in here without a lot of problem. So it comes in, and let's see, oh, yeah, it may come out. So beware of how you use this hidden compartment. Now, can you place more cards above the 5 in using this money clip? Let's just grab a few of them right here, because, you know, I have a load of these, and let's see how it goes. So if we just want to put some cards in there, the clip will hold on to them, but it's very gangly, and, you know, I really wouldn't suggest it. It's not designed to do that, so let's not try that. And there you go. Despite it being on the expensive side, it does bring the best out of several offerings Dango has. Not as wide as the traditional Maverick, it improves on the rail system and incorporates the proven durability and flexibility of the D-TEX material. Now on to the final score. For quality of 4, price of 1, features of 4, usability of 3, and perception of 4. And that gives us a fine score, 3.2 out of 5. Now if you like this video, then I suggest you watch this one next, and we'll see you in the next review. Goodbye.